After mounting pressure from the Trump government, Pakistan's government has launched a crackdown on the Jamaat-ud-Dawa chief and terror mastermind Hafiz Saeed, putting him under house arrest. And India Today's correspondent Hamza Amir managed to reach the terror headquarters Jamaat-ud-Dawa in Pakistan's Lahore.
I'm standing on the Jubilee Square in Lahore in front of the headquarters of Jamaat-ud-Dawa, whose head, Hafiz Saeed, has been put in the house arrest since last night. The flags of Jamaat-ud-Dawa have been taken out, Pakistan flags have been hoisted, and he has been put under house arrest in this premises, which is Jamaat-ud-Dawa's headquarters in Lahore. Several suspicions actually hover around Hafiz Saeed, as he has not only been convicted or actually been openly talking on hate speeches against India, masterminding terror attacks in India, including the Kanpur and the Mumbai terror attack case. He is one of the prime suspects in the Mumbai terror attack case. A $10 million bounty announced by United States.
Well, we'll go straight across to India Today's executive editor, Gaurav Sawant. Gaurav, Pakistan government, taking this action by placing Hafiz Saeed under house arrest. I mean, what do you make of this? Is this the recent effect of all the big announcements being made by the newly elected President Donald Trump? Do you think that this is just an eyewash and they really aren't really doing anything to punish or to, to put him behind bars, Hafiz Saeed?
Given Pakistan's track record, it is apparent that this appears to be an eyewash. Pakistan now says, Chaudhry Nisar Ali Khan, Interior Minister of Pakistan, said they're following a UNSC resolution 1267, which designated Hafiz Mohammed Saeed as a global terrorist, and that is why they're putting him under house arrest. But UN resolution did not come in the year 2017. That's the problem. They are doing this under pressure. There was intense pressure from what diplomatic sources are telling India today. Pakistan is now under twin pressure. The White House administration's made it very clear. Trump administration made it extremely clear. After 7 countries that face a visa restriction, especially for terrorists, Pakistan could well be the 8th country, and that's why Pakistan wants to show, this is tokenism, they want to show that they're cracking down on terror. And 2, Pakistan's best friend China also told them that it's becoming virtually impossible, indefensible to defend Pakistan on terror, especially on a terrorist like Zakir Rahman Lakwi and Jaish-e-Mohammed's Maulana Masood Azhar. So that is why Pakistan has taken a symbolic step of putting Hafiz Saeed under house arrest. It remains to be seen whether they will prosecute him in the right earnest for 26/11 Mumbai terror attacks and take action. Unfortunately, so far, almost a decade after the terror attack, they haven't.
Absolutely, they haven't. So what can one make? Do you think that the US can't see through this kind of tokenism being, initiated by the Pakistan government? To forget the US, even the Indian government, I mean, haven't they seen this being done earlier before as well, Gaurav?
Thrice in the past, India has seen this charade play out after the terror attack on the Indian Parliament, the Temple of Democracy, in December 2001. Hafiz Saeed was placed under arrest in 2006 after the Mumbai train blast in which 187 people lost their lives, more than 200 were injured. We saw this charade of Hafiz Saeed being placed under house arrest, and the third time after 26/11 Mumbai terror attacks, he was placed under arrest. Unfortunately, not prosecuted in the right earnest. Now, Federal Investigation Agency of Pakistan, they collected evidence under intense international pressure. People from several countries, including the United States and Israel, were killed in 26/11 Mumbai terror attacks. So Pakistan began investigations. They did not carry it to its logical conclusion, and Hafiz Saeed came out because of lack of evidence from a jail. Now, Pakistan blamed India for not providing evidence, but that again is a farce because the terror plot was hatched in Pakistan. The evidence is in Pakistan, and Pakistan needed to act. It unfortunately didn't.
Absolutely. Stay with me. We also have on the line Hamza Amir, who managed to get to the Jamaat-ud-Dawa headquarters. Hamza, thanks so much for speaking to us. We didn't really get a chance to see that report. There was a bit of an audio glitch there. We're fixing it. But can you just tell us what exactly did you see? Can you just recount your experience when you reached the Jamaat-ud-Dawa headquarters?
Well, yes, I was a while back at Jubilee area in Lahore, which actually has Jamaat-ud-Dawa's headquarters, a huge space made in the name of a mosque, right in the center of the provincial capital of the Punjab province, Lahore. security was beefed up. They used to have this Jamaat-ul-Dawa's flag, the huge one, hoisted day in, day out over there. Now there's a Pakistan flag. Last night, that was the same place where the police raid was done, and Hafiz Saeed, who was inside along with four of his associates, were actually put under house arrest. And since till now, they are actually, in the same premises. It is also learned that his house, his residence, that is in Johar town, Lahore, is going to be turned into a sub-jail, and as soon as that gets done with the security parameters being fulfilled, he will be shifted over there. But at the headquarters, I saw the police deployment inside and outside of the main gate. Media coverage was not allowed. That is why I was stopped from shooting in that area. But it is pertinent to mention here that the security that is being deployed outside is the police authority, while the main gate is secured by Jamaat-ul-Dawa's personal security guards carrying heavy ammunition and checking each and every person who's going in and out. Hafiz Saeed is inside. He is not allowed to meet anyone coming from outside, as it is being learned. But what seems on ground is that it seems like a showcase of something that the police and the Jamaat-ul-Dawa are working in tandem only to ensure that this plot of him on charges of terror, on charges of hate speech, and on charges of different accusations that Pakistan actually is now feeling the pressure from US after the sanctions being feared on Muslim countries, including Pakistan, is something that is being implemented.
Just stay with me. We also joined on the phone line by Mr. Uday Bhaskar, Director for the Society for Policy Studies. Sir, thanks so much for speaking to us on the broadcast. Now, what do you make of this, reaction by Pakistan, which is clearly done under US pressure, putting Hafiz Saeed under house arrest? And as Gaurav was pointing out, sir, it has been done before. I mean, is this mere tokenism once again on Pakistan's part?
No, I would say that there is a sense of déjà vu, because we have seen this in the past, Hafiz Saeed being ostensibly placed under detention or arrest, but it is largely cosmetic. And the second is that this particular Pakistani initiative is proceeding along expected lines, because when Mr. Trump became president, whatever you saw as the kind of clutter in the Pakistani media and from those who follow what happened in Islamabad, Rawalpindi and Muridke, there was a sense that Pakistan had to do something that was visible to convey to the Trump administration that they were serious about terrorism.
Right.
Now again, the déjà vu part is that this happened in 2001, if you remember, when General Musharraf was in the saddle, that after 9/11, in October of that year, he also made a similar kind of attempt. But at the end of the day, we have seen now over 15 years, and I'm looking at October 2001 to where we are now, that they go through these motions, but people like Hafiz Saeed are allowed to engage in the very activities they have been proscribed for, even when they are ostensibly under detention or arrest. So I expect that we will see much of the same, that Hafiz Saeed will try and get support from the street, and they will paint the United States and Donald Trump as the new Satan, and you'll see the pattern following a very familiar kind of give and take as far as the United States and Pakistan are concerned. That's my assessment.
Right. Sir, stay with me. I also have with us on the phone line retired Major General G.D. Bakshi. Once again, we are seeing Pakistan putting Hafiz Saeed under house arrest. As, Mr. Uday Bhaskar was pointing out, this is nothing but déjà vu. This is nothing but mere tokenism. I mean, what can one expect? This has been done before as well, sir.
The fact is, one way of looking at it is that Donald Trump is walking the talk. He started putting pressure on what he feels is international Islamic terror. 3 countries, Muslim countries, people with visas have been turned back, and Pakistan, Saudi Arabia, Afghanistan, etc. have been put on extreme vetting. So there is speculation that the United States has put pressure on Pakistan to act against terror groups. And don't forget that Hafiz Saeed and the Lashkar have the blood of American citizens on their hands. Now the point is, every time that such pressure has been put on Pakistan, the ISI goes into a very familiar charade. Firstly, the deep state puts them under house arrest, which is a form of providing them state protection. Then if the pressure mounts, then they put them behind the bars, like Zakiur Rahman Lakhvi had been put behind the bar, but his cell was converted into a command and control center and a 5-star establishment, and he fathered a child, if you recall, from prison. Once the pressure abates, the Pakistani court step in and say there is not a shred of evidence, and they let the guy go. So it is a very familiar song and dance routine. And I totally go with what my very dear friend Uday Bhaskar has said.
Right,
that it's a bit of déjà vu that
yes,
we are seeing. And for us to get unduly excited, and you know, what is pathetic is our kind of rush to go to Uncle Sam and complain like a trash school kid that we have been bullied by our neighbor. We are a very big country of 1.3 billion people.
Right.
We have military and economic clout and power. And I think we should use it ourselves.
But tell me something, wouldn't the world see through this kind of charade? I mean, nobody is a fool to not see the kind of events that have unfolded post 26/11 or post, you know, the various terror attacks that have taken place in Jammu and Kashmir. Do you actually think that Pakistan is so naive to believe that the world perhaps would think that they are actually cracking down on Hafiz Saeed or will prosecute him because his organization has already been declared as a terrorist organization by the UN?
You know, the beauty is that Pakistan has gotten away for so long with precisely the same charade. And the unfortunate fact is that it is the alignment of national interests and their self-interest that leads nations to make compromises, look the other way. And if Indian citizens are being killed, who else would be bothered except Indians? I mean, it's no skin off the Americans' nose if Indian citizens are killed. Yes, they are quite furious if you kill American citizens, and they come down hard. We are rather indulgent towards those who kill Indian citizens. We've had railway accidents which have been triggered by sabotage. We are strenuously trying to deny that it was sabotage, and we are wanting to go back to track 2, track 3 and the other kind of things. So if this is your attitude, why should the world come and bail you out? Tell me.
If you permit.
Absolutely, sir. My colleague Gaurav is also with me. He would also like to ask both of you a few questions. Gaurav, go ahead.
General G.D. Bakshi and Commodore Uday Bhaskar, what is it that India needs to do? India expects Pakistan to be declared a terrorist state, but we want the US to do that. We want extreme vetting by the US as far as Pakistani visas are concerned. But in our country, you have a Tahavvur Hussain Rana or a David Coleman Headley who are Pakistanis but with Canadian and American passports. They just waltz in. So what is it, Commodore Uday Bhaskar, that India needs to do? Do we need to declare Pakistan a terror state? Do we need to take the first step?
Well, I would say, first of all, India should not be impulsive. We should monitor what is happening in Pakistan and the whole Hafiz Saeed kind of initiative that has been undertaken, and see whether or not they are going to go to the next logical step, which is to bring judicial charges against Hafiz Saeed for his involvement in the Mumbai attack of 26/11. And as my friend G.D. Bakshi has pointed out, there are American lives. It's an international crime. So if we are now being encouraged to believe that the U.S. policy towards terrorism is going to be more consistent, then perhaps there will be 3 or 4 logical steps that would follow. And if you remember, for India, our highest priority has been that the perpetrators of 26/11 should be brought to book by the Pakistani establishment.
But almost a decade after 26/11, Pakistan hasn't done so. And the case they make against Hafiz Saeed is so weak that it doesn't stand scrutiny in a court of law. So General G.D. Bakshi, there is something that India definitely needs to do than put all our eggs in the American basket.
Absolutely. Absolutely, Gaurav. The fact of the matter is that unless we help ourselves, nobody else in the world will lift a finger to help you. The fact is, I think we made a good beginning with the surgical strike. It was a shot across the bow. For the 18 that we lost, we took 40 on their side. We took out 40 on their side. Then we followed it up with the fire assault. And the massing of effects across the border, I would suggest, is far better than massing troops across the border. Because if you are able to, a surgical strike can put only so many kilograms of explosive onto the target. With your Bofors, with your Pinakas, with your Smirch, with your cruise missiles, you can put far more. We have to raise costs for Pakistan. We have to make Pakistan pay for every Indian life that it chooses to take here. Pakistan will have to be made to pay, and only then can we deter it from its course of asymmetric adventurism. We have to behave like a major nation state now and not go crying to Uncle Sam like a whipped schoolboy.
Absolutely. All right, just stay with me, gentlemen. We're going to just play out that exclusive report sent in by India Today's Hamza Amir. He, in fact, went to the Jamaat-ud-Dawa headquarters, and this is what he got to see.
I'm standing on the Jubilee Square in Lahore in front of the headquarters of Jamaat-ud-Dawa, whose head, Hafiz Saeed, has been put in the house arrest since last night. The flags of Jamaat-ud-Dawa have been taken out, Pakistan flags have been hoisted, and he has been put under house arrest in this premises, which is Jamaat-ud-Dawa's headquarters in Lahore. Several suspicions actually were around Hafiz Saeed, as he has not only been convicted or actually been openly talking on hate speeches against India, masterminding terror attacks in India, including the Kanpur and the Mumbai terror attack case. He is one of the prime suspects in the Mumbai terror attack case. A $10 million bounty announced by United States on his head as well. So recently, Hafiz Saeed has been coming on the media talking about how suspiciously as he actually accused India and the United States of ganging up to target and destabilize Pakistan's China Economic Corridor plan, which actually triggered a lot of concerns not only from the United States, who outrightly rejected these allegations and also intimated Pakistan to act on terror, otherwise face sanctions as they actually are imposing on other Muslim countries around the world. That is what is expected, and that has triggered Pakistani authorities to put Hafiz Saeed under house arrest in his headquarters in the heart of the provincial capital of the Punjab province, Lahore. And it is also expected that his house, his residence in Journalistic, Lahore, is going to be turned into a sub-jail going forward. Newspapers in Pakistan have had headlines, electronic media talking about it, or the reasons why Pakistan will put Hafiz Saeed under house arrest. It should be mentioned that Hafiz Saeed is already on the terror watch list of Pakistan's anti-terror department from the Interior Ministry, and this is what they are justifying for now, as far as the government is concerned, that on these terror watch list charges and suspicion of terror activities and hate speech, Hafiz Saeed is going to stay under house arrest, and his house is going to be turned into a sub-jail. This place, that is actually the center and the headquarters of Jamaat-ud-Dawa, has now been surrounded and occupied by the Pakistan authorities. You see security guards deployed outside and inside the premises to make sure that Hafiz Saeed stays inside. No one is allowed to go in or out of this premises. Neither is anyone allowed to actually contact Hafiz Saeed or his spokesman. So it is confirmed that Hafiz Saeed is for now under house arrest in his headquarters in Lahore.